What's going on, reefers? Blaine here. In today's episode, we're going to be hanging out at one of our wholesalers, Pro Aquatics. It's going to be a lot of fun checking out the entire facility, seeing a lot of clownfish, seeing a lot of amazing fish, and showing you guys where some of our specimens come from. Before we get back into the tour at Pro Aquatics, I wanted to ask you, the viewer, what your favorite clownfish is. I'm gonna toss up between storm clowns and perculas, so I wanna hear down in the comments below what your favorite clownfish is. Walking through the containers here, I asked Avery, one of the workers here at Pro Aquatics, how many clownfish pairs he has in total that are breeding here in the facility. Over 340 pairs are in here, and there's just so many amazing clowns. Inside each of these tanks with any breeding pair, you're gonna see some tiles where they're actually gonna hope to have all of the clownfish and the different species laying their eggs onto. So that way, once they've done their job, they can come out and they can get reared into a different tank. That tomato clown is huge. Look at that beast, she is gorgeous. This maroon is so nice. Check out that female, she is beautiful. The markings on her are unreal. Not just clownfish either, there are plenty projects happening. There's some splendid dottybacks in there, some orchid dottybacks, but there's just a ton of fish from just this container all the way to the next. These are just the breeding stocks, so you're not even seeing all the things that have been bred and are kept out in the facility. These are just their pairs that they're keeping and they're holding for the breeding operations. Now we're just seeing the breeding pairs. We haven't even been able to check the rest of the facility out, but just seeing these two containers full of breeding pairs has got me really excited. I used to be in an aquaculture facility back in California where I lived, doing a Chinook salmon project, so this warms my heart and it gets me all excited. These kind of things are really cool to see myself. Sitting in the back of the facility, they have 3 gigantic water towers that are actually holding all of the water for the facility. You have the 2 here that are gonna be saltwater, and then the one deep in the back is gonna be your freshwater. So keeping all of their specimens with some fresh water, salt water throughout all the day. Everywhere you turn, you run into another project, whether it be the clownfish breeding, the gobies, or even there's some puffers they're working on, look down fish. There are so many species they're working on here to rear, breed, and get to you guys available on the wholesale level. And if you guys are looking for fish like this, you guys can head over to our website, snag up whatever you need, or give us a ring, let us know what you're looking for, and we can help you out in locating it. There's even some Moorish idols in here. It's so cool. Every species that you could find, pretty much, you're seeing them here in this facility. Pro Aquatics was actually the first to bring this species to the wholesale side. It's really cool to see all the different kinds of fish that they have available and what they can bring to the hobby in general. All those little specks are little cleaner gobies. There's so many of them, it just fills that entire bin. There are a lot of fish in here. There's more gobies over here as well, and it just goes on and on and on. To initiate more breeding activity, they've created these domes to have full control over the light cycles and also be able to keep any light out to try and mimic the seasons, in a way tricking the fish into going into breeding season as much as they can in a calendar year. The thing I noticed that I really enjoy is to keep all their fish inside of these bins, they're utilizing cast nets with these weights on the bottom to create a nice screen on top. It's nice and easy to pull up and down, but at the same time it's weighted down so you're not going to lose any of the prized fish. So now we're getting a sneak peek of the actual hatchery. This is where we're hatching out all the baby fish. On the left side, we're gonna have clownfish and gobies, and then on the right side, we're gonna have all kinds of different species that you're gonna see. One thing I saw here in the hatchery that I wanted to mention to you all and I thought was really cool was the fact they keep multiple species of clowns together in the grow out tub. So we've got perculas, maroons, skunks, clarks, all together. Management had mentioned that due to the sheer amount of all of them in these tubs, aggression kind of gets spread out, and with a lot of feeding, it's not nearly as frequent. Look at how small these little guys are. It really is amazing seeing how many are growing out in the hatchery, and the sheer amount in each tub is mind-blowing. I mean, look at all of them. Big fish means big filtration, and you're seeing it all over the facility, whether it be giant skimmers, huge pellet reactors, just whatever it may be, so that way they're able to keep all their water clean enough for all their different projects. On the left-hand side, we have all the different species under breeding projects and getting grown out. But over here on the right-hand side of the facility and the remainder of the tubs moving forward are all holding and growing out clownfish. There are a ton of these tubs and each of them can hold roughly 200 gallons and depending on the size and age of the clowns can hold quite a bit of them. Clownfish are a staple in our hobby ever since the Finding Nemo craze hit the scene, and the demand for clownfish is still up there. That's why here at Pro Aquatics, they've taken a good amount of their facility and focused it on their clownfish projects. But hard to not enjoy all the species that you see here as well. We saw it earlier in the hatchery, the tiny size of the new clowns. Out here in the main facility though, is where you're gonna see them being grown out and then sold on the wholesale level. As they grow, they're separated more to have more room for growth and to try and mitigate some of the aggression. One thing to mention though, with the sheer amount of clowns, it's hard for a lot of aggression to occur simply due to the fact that there's so many of them, and the aggression really gets distributed amongst them all. And they all come from the same clutch, so that helps as well. I love when they ball up like this. It's such a cool thing to see. They're doing it in almost every tub too as well. While on site, we got lucky enough to handpick some of the amazing clowns from the grow-out tubs. We were looking for some extreme gladiators and began to hand sort through the masses to find the perfect candidates for the storefront. To find the right ones, we take a big scoop from the bins and then try sifting through, looking for the exact ones we want. They're gonna be great for your tanks at home. If you're interested in any of these that we snagged today, give us a ring or shoot us a DM. On Pro Aquatics' website, they have a section called the Hot Seat. This is their what you see is what you get, and some of their premier pairs for selection are up. If you end up seeing any pair you like, shoot us a message or give us a ring and we can get them ordered into the store for you and get them to your tank. I will say though, I have seen a lot of pairs that I would love to have in my tank at home. Here's a group getting ready for its new home, and these guys are some stunners. Pro Aquatics got our clowns all bagged up with some oxygen and got them inside the box for us. Once again, big shout out to Pro Aquatics for letting us come through the facility and snag up some more clowns for the shop. Once we got back to the shop, we got our box opened and we got a better look at the clowns we snagged. Starting off, we ended up finding a perfect sapphire onyx clownfish to pair up with an already in-store clown that we think would be a perfect match. We also snagged a really nice, beautiful black storm pair with some really nice markings. And we grabbed up a bunch of extreme gladiators that were absolutely stunning. I might just have to snag up some for myself. Now that we've gone to Pro Aquatics, we came back to Top Shelf, we put all the clowns away. I ended up actually grabbing 2 of our choice gladiators from that group they were handpicking from. I just recently set up this new reefer tank. It's a 425XL G2+. I'm really excited about this system, but I'm really excited about getting it all stocked out. And I normally have a clownfish pair in every single tank. I went back and forth of whether or not I wanted a pair in this tank. And after going to Pro Aquatics, seeing all the amazing options they had, I had to grab up a pair of gladiators. So ended up grabbing These two little guys, pretty choice little fellas, but super, super excited about adding them into my tank here at home. You guys are getting a little sneak peek of my place, my new system, and getting to see a brand new fish pair that's gonna get added in. So wanna say thank you again to Pro Aquatics, to Jed, to everyone that was involved in today's video. I had a blast. The aquaculturist in me, deep down inside, had a ton of fun. The nerd in me, better yet, had a lot of fun. So I wanna say thank you so much to you guys for watching all the way till the end on this one. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future upload.